Hello, and thank you for watching this regional forecast for the Northeast. I'm Andrew Pritchard, Senior Meteorologist with Nutrien Ag Solutions. Checking in with the hazards map from the National Weather Service. Again, we cannot shake this wintry look. We see the blue and the purple shading again across the Northeast region back into the Corn Belt, where we've got freeze warnings, frost advisories, and winter weather advisories in place. Just really unpleasant looking here. So I'm happy to report we'll at least be shifting from talking about cold to talking about rain and thunderstorms here. As we look at the surface map, the surface temperatures, again, a frontal boundary kind of extending right here from the northern plains down into the mid-Atlantic, with 20s and 30s north of that from the Northeast region down into portions of the Great Lakes. And this very same region has been extremely, I'm going to say cold. It has been cold across the Corn Belt. I know across the Northeast and the Corn Belt. I know it's mid-May, so we're talking about 40s and 50s, but I'm over it. And as you look at this map here of the temperature anomaly over the North American continent here, where you see the blue and the pink shading, that's where temperatures have been anywhere from 10 to 20 degrees cooler than average over the last 7 days. So you look at the next 7 days of precipitation, that's what I'm talking about, from the southern plains into the mid-Mississippi Valley and then into portions of the Northeast. We're talking about a much more active and stormy pattern as we head through May 12th through the 19th. As we look at the satellite picture here this morning, we've got our departing storm system off to the west. I'm going to draw that in white. You see some of the lightning activity across the Atlantic. We've got our stronger jet stream winds off to the north associated with our trough. We've got a little kind of cutoff system here producing some shower and storm activity across the southern plains. We can see that when we look at the radar. Again, some thunderstorms across Texas and Oklahoma with showers north of that across Kansas, Missouri, and into Kentucky and Tennessee. We've still got some wintry precipitation falling across portions of northern Maine as we wake up on this Tuesday morning. And again, here is that jet stream pattern. Again, this is the remnants of that bigger trough that brought in the very, very cold air across the region. And again, you can barely even make out the disturbance that's kicking off the showers and storms across the southern plains. But as we transition into the weekend, we're going to see the jet stream heights begin to rise across the region, such that by Thursday, we've got kind of zonal flow, a broad ridge beginning to build into the region. So we're going to start to rapidly warm up. And then as we take it even further into the weekend and into next week, likely looking at building a big ridge across the central portion of the country. So some opportunities for some warm-ups here as we head into the end of the week. We can see that here when we loop our temperature anomalies here. Again, starting on Tuesday, today, with this big expansive area of cold temperatures across really 2/3 of the country. As we head Wednesday into Thursday, though, we're going to see a rapid warm-up spreading from southwest to northeast, extending into portions of the Northeast by the time we get to the weekend. Now, far northern portions may struggle to warm up depending on the track of some of these storm systems, but it does look by and large like we'll return to a much more appropriate May temperature pattern as we head into the weekend and beyond. Now, at the same time, as we kind of flip from cold, dry air coming in from the north to warm, moist air coming in from the Gulf of Mexico, that is going to set the stage for a very active pattern across this region, again, as we kind of draw moisture northward, interacting with a wavy and disturbed jet stream pattern that's going to set the stage for multiple rounds of showers and storms across this corridor over the next 5 to 7 days. So let's zoom in. Let's look at the Northeast. Again, some snow wrapping up across the north. That'll get out of here as we head through the day today, keeping things on the quiet side as we head into the overnight and during the day tomorrow. It's not until we get into Thursday we'll see our next round of showers moving in from the west, and that's going to, again, kick off what could be an active period as we head through the weekend into early next week for some of us. So let's take a look then, beginning once again on Tuesday, taking it into Wednesday. Quiet precipitation-wise, we're going to start our warm-up here, and that is going to bring in the precipitation along with that warm front as we head into Thursday, now into Friday, taking it into Saturday, now Sunday, on into Monday. And so if you're starting to catch a pattern, I'm going to take it a step back and look even longer here in just a moment, but it's especially across northern portions of the Northeast region here, almost daily chances for showers and maybe a few thunderstorms as we head into the weekend and potentially beyond that. And again, as we look off to the southwest, lots of lightning activity beginning this weekend as we start to bring in a much more spring-like air mass, and that is going to be, of course, moving toward our direction here as we head into the end of the weekend and early next week. Let's look at the European model. We'll take a look a little bit longer here at the precipitation chances, taking it again into Thursday. This is when we start to see some of those showers moving in across portions of western Pennsylvania and New York, spreading across the rest of New York into Massachusetts and New Hampshire, Vermont, and Maine as we head into Friday morning. And then this is going to, again, just kind of kick off a really disorganized pattern where we've got almost daily chances for showers and storms. Like here we go into Saturday, seeing another disturbance here in an area of low pressure across the Great Lakes. Let's draw that in red. You can almost visualize then a warm front extending off this way, a cold front from the south. So just kind of repeating this pattern where we've got disturbances kind of moving in across the region, kicking off showers and storms, such that by the time we get to the end of the weekend into Tuesday morning, total precipitation heaviest across the Corn Belt and the Southern Plains, but still seeing those 2 to 3 inch potential amounts here stretching into the northeast, and that would be across western Pennsylvania into upstate New York, New Hampshire, Vermont, and Maine, where I think the heaviest precipitation is going to be lighter amounts as you head off toward the south, towards southern Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Maryland. That's where high pressure is going to keep things much drier across the mid-Atlantic down into the southeast. So there definitely is a corridor to the heavier precipitation, and it does include portions of the northeast region, but we've got an absolute pronounced dry corridor where we'll have high pressure in place. So as you head off toward the south, precipitation amounts definitely trailing off. We'll look at high temperatures then for the next several days, 40s and 50s, much cooler than average across almost the entire U.S. here as we talk about those highs today. Tomorrow, a little bit cooler still, or still on the cool side is what I should say, not cooler than today, but we'll really begin to warm up as we head into Thursday, and then Friday, 60s and 70s once again across the Northeast, and we'll kind of hold on to that pattern as we head into Saturday and Sunday. Overnight lows, tomorrow morning waking up to sub-freezing temperatures across a big chunk of the Northeast once again. We'll see that area shrinking Thursday morning, and then Friday we've got freezing temperatures out of here, and we're actually dealing with overnight lows much warmer than they should be this time of year, 50s and 60s. And again, that associated with a lot of cloud cover and precipitation that'll help us stay a little bit warmer during the overnights. I hope you have a great day. We'll talk to you again about the Northeast on Friday morning.